Hi, welcome back to misformeeple. My name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a vlog-style video of the board game weekend we had this past weekend, which we're dubbing the Corn Con.
Alright, so this is our first vlogish style video because we're not very good about pulling our phones out and recording in the middle of a game or when we have friends over, because we kind of like to stay in the moment with them and not have that level of disconnect.
Or usually we're having like too much fun and then we're like, oh man, we should have captured that.
We didn't take any photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so certain things we did take photos of and video of, and other things we didn't. We captured some of this festival that goes on in our hometown called the Corn Festival, which is why we're calling it Corn Con.
And we have a friend that came up from out of town to stay with us for the weekend to play a lot of board games.
So we're just going to share a few clips with you of our weekend, and then we'll come right back here to talk more about them. We can just start our video like this, Morgan. That's walking. Just walking. Where are we walking? We're walking to the Corn Festival, something that happens every year. Friggin'
right at the anniversary.
Yeah. And these are the guys we're going to be playing board games with.
Are you actually filming that right now? Yeah, he is.
Audio probably sucks.
Probably.
The audio's probably.
Probably. Now I got to beep that. I think we're going to call this Corn Con.
Corn Con.
Corn Con?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Welcome to Corn Con 2022. We're gonna go get food and play board games. Alright, so it is day 2 of Corn Con. And we are walking again to the Corn Festival. Hi. There's Phil, Morgan, and Dave. So far, we've only played 3 games.
Yeah.
The first game was, what was our first game that we played? Forgotten Waters.
Yes, Forgotten Waters.
Which was, that was a lot of fun.
That was 4 hours.
4 or 5 hours, wasn't it? We were up to like 1
but we're
playing
still figuring
that.
things out at a certain point.
Right.
Well, the narrator just
but we
talks so slow.
all got good endings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we all got good endings.
Well, we got the good ending.
Yeah,
we didn't get the legendary ending. We all
average
got
ending.
The good
Mine
ending.
said, was this really a good ending?
Say that, yeah.
So that was what we played last night. That was the first game we played. And then this morning, Phil and Morgan started a game of Radlands, which I finished because Morgan had to get ready.
And that was really close.
Right.
Yeah.
It came down to one turn.
One turn, literally, yeah.
And then we just played Nemesis Lockdown. And what was your guys' thoughts on Nemesis Lockdown?
It felt slower than the first, like the original Nemesis.
But to be fair, the first time we played Nemesis,
Yeah, honestly, the game was fine. The rule book slowed it down because we had to constantly flip back and forth to find clarifications on stuff.
The second time we play it and knowing these new rules.
The second
They're not even new.
Right, it's just
They're
like clarification.
Things where it's like, I'm not sure which way this rules, and you have to double check it, and it's like the rule book is so weirdly organized, it's hard to do that efficiently.
Yeah.
It did feel a lot harder than the original.
So Morgan won Nemesis Lockdown.
She did.
I'm
sorry, guys. I made nobody else.
I needed
be a
Mitch to
winner.
die, and he just locked himself in a room and hid, so he didn't die.
And he needed me to die.
Yeah, and I needed Phil
I
to
locked
die.
myself in the room that he was in.
I mean, we'll see how well the audio is.
I'm sure it'll come out.
But we're going back to the Corn Festival to get food.
Yeah.
Corn got good.
Corn Con.
But we're going to Corn Festival during the Corn Con to get food. So when we get back, we're going to just try and tackle some more games.
Heck yeah.
So we'll catch you in a minute.
Well,
So we're just walking back from the Corn Festival.
Corn Con.
Well, dang. And I just dropped the bacon wrapped pierogies.
Go ahead.
These are the best.
Are you saving me? Bacon wrap pierogies?
Yeah, I only ate one, like I said I would. Yeah, these are the best things to get at the
Corn
Corn Fest.
Festival.
Bacon wrap pierogies with like jalapeno ranch sauce.
See, now anybody's just going to be
It's
able to find
very
out
good.
where you guys live.
We're
based
actually
on
all
knowing
in the shot.
Corn
Look at
Festival.
that. Everyone say hi.
I got a gyro. It's really
Hey.
messy, so I didn't eat it walking back.
You weren't brave enough.
I'm a
I
terrible
ate my
messy
whole
eater. It
gyro.
would be all over me.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna just finish up some food and get some games played.
Everybody just start putting your over here.
Back at Corn Con here. We just finished a round of Moonrakers
I just won.
because she negotiated with this guy who just pretty much gave her the win, even though we
Undefeated
No.
Yeah.
Mitch refused to bargain, so I said, screw him. Morgan's gonna win again.
Oh yeah, that was the secret deal. We had a secret deal that you're gonna
We had a deal walking back from Porn Fest. We're like, I don't care if I win. I just want to make sure Mitch loses.
That's messed up.
It works.
You could have let me win.
It's called the Anti-Mitch Alliance, and it's working.
That's messed up.
Could have just let me win.
It's flawless in its execution.
Well, I'm gonna start help put the stuff away.
As soon as Mitch pointed out.
All right, it's the third, last day of CornCon. We just woke up. We were all gaming very late last night, and we have Scythe set up. We're gonna try and get it done before this guy's gotta go to the airport. Hey, that's Phil.
Hey guys.
So yeah, let's see how it goes.
I think you're the only one that rides their animal companion.
Is that a shotgun in that hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's riding a bison.
Or no,
with a
right?
shotgun.
I think it's just a rifle.
Whichever
Or it's supposed
one
to be
you
it.
think is cooler is what it is.
Come on.
All right, so the CornCon has come to an end.
Woo! Sadly.
Yeah. Sadly.
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 We played a lot of games, a lot of heavy games. We started with Forgotten Waters. What did you guys think of Forgotten Waters?
I think you killed a lot of people.
You did.
I did. It said I was the assassin pirate.
8 billion people.
And it said to write down a really high and impressive number. So I was like 1 billion. And then it was like a Mad Lib style where you...
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry.
Spoilers for anyone who's gonna play that game.
Yeah, spoilers for Forgotten Waters.
Specifically the assassin pirate.
It's like a minor
Right.
thing.
The big number you choose.
Yeah, the big number you choose is the amount of people that you've murdered. So
Morgan
1 billion.
murdered 1 billion people
1
before
billion.
the game even started. Most of which were with her bare hands, which is just impressive. Mostly because it wasn't modern day, so the population of the world wasn't that big. So you just traveled a lot.
There's magic and stuff.
You
in this
covered
world.
so much ground just to murder people.
There's magic in Forgotten Waters. So
She
maybe
poked him with a dagger. She wasn't using magic.
yeah, poke was my special move.
Yeah. Her special attack was she poked him with a dagger.
So we're on the way to the airport to drop off Phil, who came up from Atlanta
Yep.
to play games with us.
I'll be back soon.
We're very bad at vlogging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not very good at vlogging.
Yeah, because I never
You were just
wanna-
like, hey, you should film this. I'm like, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, well, I mean, I always like feel like pulling it out kind of takes us away from the moment of what's
Agreed.
going on.
Agreed.
Oh, right.
Well,
We'll try to stitch this video together. If not, it might just be us talking
we'll
about
make
the
sure we
games that we played.
include that I'm still undefeated in Reload.
Right. We also played that very late at
Yeah,
night.
we were all
where
like
we were
half
all
asleep.
tired.
Yeah.
Moonrakers. I had a lot of fun playing Moonrakers.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
Hang on, I got just my hand. Okay.
Moonrakers really brought out the Anti-Mitch Alliance.
Yeah, which was ridiculous that you guys, stuck with that.
You know, I don't know why we have an anti-Mitch alliance. I'm the one like winning most of the games.
Yeah, because Mitch, it's just more upsetting when Mitch wins.
Why?
Because you always win in some underhanded way when you win.
What's that? That's
You're a
how games are
grifter.
designed.
You're a grifter.
No, in Forgotten Waters, your pirate that you chose was the grifter.
What's wrong? That's just a character.
That you role played very accurately.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She role played and murdered little Gertie, and then you role played and were
Spoilers.
grifting people.
Spoilers for Forgotten Waters.
That's a random encounter. They might not get that one.
That's true.
And they
Yeah.
might choose a different thing.
And Left Eye Laura.
It's a very complex web of...
Left Eye Laura.
Yeah, Left Eye Laura.
Yeah,
What
Forgotten
were our
Waters.
pirates' names? I was Isabel the Needle. It reminded me of Arya from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I was Yarg McFargan.
Art McFarlane.
Yeah.
Yarg McFargan. Dave, what were you?
I was Artie Fisher, the Artificer.
Okay.
He's a
so-
D&D character that is a pirate.
And Shardy Shandy.
Shardy Shandy.
Shardy. That's right, yeah.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, your story was just weird and depressing.
Mine?
Yeah,
Mine
No,
was
we
like-
can't say spoiler stuff. That's spoiler.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's not spoil the character.
that's
Okay,
that.
sorry,
We're not going to
sorry.
spoil the pirate endings.
If you watch Rodney's video on how to play Forgotten Waters. I was just the character that he uses in the video. So he kind of spoiled my character already a little bit.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that all of our backgrounds and stories are vastly different, and that they are some are comical and some are serious.
It's a lot of replayability.
Some are like, oh,
yours was probably the most serious.
It was the most serious.
The sea serpent was very serious.
Yeah, some of them are like, oh, everybody you've ever known and loved is dead now. I guess I'll join this pirate gang.
What did we just say about not ruining the stories?
That's not one of the stories, Morgan.
The endings?
I just gave the most depressing example I could think of to like, oh, some of them are really serious. I'm talking about the backstory, not the ending.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got.
You know, the bad endings are all bad. Like the bad endings are all pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it's a really fun game. It has background music, and it set the tone for the weekend because then we played background music for all the other games that we played, and that was really cool. I think that's going to be a new thing that we do.
Except the ambient noise playing Nemesis.
Oh yeah, we had a Nemesis soundtrack.
I couldn't find a good soundtrack for that one. That was my issue.
It was good ambient noise, and then like every 5 minutes, there's like a fucking alien murdering somebody in the background,
or an alarm going off, and the volume would like spike to where it would just be like quiet like spaceship noises, and then it would just be like.
But then like when
we would all jump.
When like the music would stop, we would just be like, "What's going on? Why is it so quiet?"
Like Ben would call, and it would take 2 seconds for the ringer to come through, and the music would just be silent for those 2 seconds. What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this morning we played Scythe.
Yeah, we played.
We did play
Scythe
Scythe this
under
morning.
Crunch time.
But we were fine. We were like 30 minutes to go.
Like I
ended
wasn't
at
rushing
perfect
the
time.
end game. I was just trying to get the most amount of points.
Well, I was
and then
rushing
you
to-
ended it.
Yeah, I was
Well, it
rushing to
says-
end game so you wouldn't get to third tier popularity.
It says 25 minutes per player, so I think that's fairly accurate. Because we started it at like 9-ish.
Yeah.
By the time we explained stuff to Phil and got all the things set up.
I think we started a little after 9, but yeah.
And we ended, what, at 12? 9 to 10, 10, 11, 12. So that's 3 hours?
And then you lost Radlands to Phil.
No, listen. I did not lose Radlands.
Yes, you did. 100%.
I started playing Radlands.
Well, you
and
started
then
poorly because it was an uphill battle.
We're all taking turns, like, getting ready for the day. So I had Mitch take over for me, and he lost Radlands. So that
By
doesn't
one
count.
turn.
That doesn't count as me losing.
Yeah, it does.
Mitch lost.
It was a comeback. When I sat down, you had like
No, how is it a
people
comeback
out.
if you lost?
It was
You only call it a comeback if you win.
When I sat down, you only had 2 punks out in the lanes, and Phil had like 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, five,
like
the whole
he
thing
had
stacked.
like his area stacked. During like a round or 2, I like returned them all to his hand, and then a round or 2 later, I killed them all. And
you still lost.
well, yeah, you lost.
You both lost.
I'm sorry, who in a round or 2 did something at the end? You?
I'm sorry. Who was the board game weekend winner? That's me.
We're all winners because we all had fun.
We did all
There you
have
go.
fun.
Yeah.
But I won the most games.
I won the most recently.
Dave did beat me in Scythe. And Mitch, I came in 3rd in Scythe.
To be fair,
But I did play one of the new Invaders of Afar. From Afar.
Yeah.
From Afar?
yeah,
Characters.
to be fair with Scythe, I got the Steam version of Scythe, and I've got like,
Yeah,
You've got the
he had a
first hours.
significant
Yeah.
leg up on all of us because
So then
he
let's
plays
just
it digitally.
his win doesn't count.
That was
We'll go
only
to
our
who had the
second-
second most money.
So we had only played Scythe once prior, so this is only our second time. So Dave, over here, significant leg up.
Right. So we'll go with whoever had the second most money,
That's not how that works.
which was me.
You beat me by 4.
Me?
Yeah, I had 61. You had 65. I had money at the end.
I guess I just won Scythe then.
Yeah, you were the first loser. Yeah.
Dave, you were just competing against yourself to see if you can beat your Steam score.
Yeah, really.
No,
Yeah.
because I got an achievement on Steam for getting
He
over
had the
100.
most
I only got
popularity.
95.
He had the most combat points. What else did you have?
I didn't have the most combat points.
Yeah, you got 10.
It's 16.
Yeah.
So
I had
whatever,
16.
16.
But
whatever.
me and Mitch both got to 16.
Yeah.
But you still had.
We were tied.
You were the highest at that, and then the highest in the popularity. Did you even build a monument?
I built one structure.
On a cave?
Yeah, and it was on the mine because that was the build structure bonus.
What else did we play? Not Moonrakers.
We have
Nemesis.
Yeah, we played Nemesis. Nemesis Lockdown is hard.
But we played it wrong a little
How
bit.
did we play it wrong?
Because the opportunity attacks.
Yeah, when you're escaping
Yeah,
from them.
Yeah,
we
the
didn't do that
first
till...
first half of the game we were playing with opportunity attacks.
It was just,
Although that's how we played the first one.
because that's the rule.
Yeah, and the first one we did have the opportunity attacks.
But we didn't do it when they come out of...
It was a surprise attack.
Yeah, where you look at the number on the other side of the token. We didn't do that the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then this one, halfway through, we started doing the escape thing. When you go to escape, they get to attack you.
Yeah. The pod launches are like very punishing.
Yeah.
We had
Piece of cake. I got out.
three no launch. What is it called?
We all got it.
Sections.
Cargo.
Yeah, three no
Cargo
launch
send
tokens
stations,
that got
Yes,
out,
yes,
and it was terrible. C pod launched and then all pods launched.
Mm-hmm.
Which Dave lied to me because I was in section B and he was like, oh, it's a C pod launch, and then he left his pod A to go somewhere else, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to be able to make it to C.
I had already left
so I
that
left,
pod check.
and then right at the beginning of when that pod was going to get called, he jumped back in A, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
And then, Phil, what was
And then
your
all
objective?
pods launched.
Mine, I had to
And I
send the
missed
signal and either kill the queen or send the signal and have the whole place blow up.
Oh, and then when the queen came out, the queen just
she
left.
retreated.
Yeah, we
He
sent
never
her
killed
away.
the queen.
Or the tactical corridor.
Yeah,
Right.
very
Couldn't
upset.
think of the word corridor for a
Technical.
second.
My objective
Technical
was
corridor.
to send the signal and make sure all of the rooms on SO1 and SO2 were explored.
I had to make sure that I lived and either Mitch specifically died or I was the only survivor.
You needed Morgan to die.
No, I needed you to die or for me to be the only
You know
survivor.
what's funny? My first objective,
Well, then
the one
why didn't you tell Morgan about the escape pods?
Because my backup was everybody else dying first and then you died. Like, I just needed you
okay,
dead.
okay.
But if they died first, it would speed up you dying, and if I'm the only survivor, that's also a win condition. So
Mitch tried to vent me out twice.
I did try to vent you twice.
Tried to vent out the janitor who has the keys.
Yeah, you being the janitor really
Saved my ass.
Yeah, it saves you so much.
My first objective was make sure player 2 dies, and I was player 2. So, and then it was like be the only survivor. So I'm like, well, I'm not picking that card.
I think all of us probably would have died given how much we ran away. Had we played
absolutely.
right.
I should be dead. I saw the queen. Like,
no, I would have probably taken an extra serious injury. I don't think I would have died though, because I would have checked the escape pod a
Right,
little bit
but
earlier.
the serious injuries kind of change your whole course of action.
Yeah, but if you remember, I just stayed at the escape pod and attempted to escape and got 2 serious injuries from that. So, like, at that point, I didn't encounter any intruders, any aliens. So, had I gotten one of those, like, I think
you could have been
lived.
contaminated if you when you
I
ran
had a
up.
crowbar. I could throw the crowbar and run over.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm getting a little dizzy.
Hand cramp.
So CornCon, we're gonna do this again next year.
okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
We're gonna do it for a whole week.
A whole week?
I don't know, maybe at least
why?
an extended
Well,
weekend.
we played how many games?
5, 6.
Everyone that you guys put up on the poll,
Water.
except the one I wanted.
Ark Nova. You can play Ark Nova whenever.
Yeah.
Dave lives close to us.
I just want to play Ark Nova because I felt like the first time we played, I could have done so much better.
That's right, because I won Ark Nova.
That's how Phil
Yeah.
feels about Scythe.
That's how we all felt about Scythe the first time we played.
Yeah.
I also won Scythe the first time we played.
Not today.
Not today. I didn't lose today.
I also kind of didn't want to play Scythe because I did feel bad that I had Steam hours put in.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
knew you were gonna.
Well,
Yeah, I
feel
kind of went in
I feel
knowing
like
that Dave
with
was probably
you
just going to
probably
win.
shouldn't have had red.
Well, I let
Yeah,
you
you
two
know,
pick first.
I did think about that. I was like, I feel like red is
No, honestly,
better.
I think Crimea, once you know what you're doing, is better. Mitch's one.
Well, you can spend combat cards. I liked her.
Yeah, there were. Well, and I also
Because you
wasn't
get the
paying attention.
recruitment faster.
When I wasn't paying attention, I wasn't doing the things for a few rounds.
Oh,
Like-
the enlisted actions?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I did those bottom actions, I wasn't getting like the bonus that you revealed from the recruiters. I was only doing it when other people were doing it for a couple rounds. I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Steve, what do you mean about the recruiters? You got all of your recruits out very fast.
I had mine out first.
Mitch had him out first.
Okay. It took me forever to get my people out.
Well, because I have to get a mech for water walking, or river walking, and then I just like getting the +1 first to rearrange your inner area. It's like I had to get 2 mechs and then move over to the thing just to get the food to do the enlist.
I mean, what was nice about where my character started was like I already had like all of the prime resources like right there, and I didn't really need mechs. I don't think I used a single mech ability to where I should have just pumped out the resources. But
And Phil didn't realize that you want to control as much territory as possible at the end of game scoring.
yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
So, yeah. So, I mean, that was like 30 of my points, but I just expanded out the turn before I knew it was going to end.
I think we all forgot, like, you need, like, a high favor thing.
Yeah, it's like popularity is like your...
Yeah, popularity, that's what it is.
Yeah, I went in just being like, I wanted to get the 3rd tier popularity, but then when I noticed nobody was attacking, I'm like, well, I don't want to be the asshole who starts attacking everybody. So I may as well get one of my stars by bumping up popularity since I was already so close.
I was one of the factions from Invaders from Afar, and I had traps. Traps were pretty cool. Nobody messed with me. I mean, nobody messed with anybody, but...
Mitch and I never went to the factory after.
Yeah, we never went to the factory after you
Yeah, I deterred you.
We did.
Traps.
The factory's not even all that great.
Right.
It's really not. I
Yeah.
feel like I wasted too much time trying to get my main character there. And when you play as one of those expansion characters, you can only move 1. Like, you don't get that mech bonus that lets you move an additional movement. So it took forever getting to the factory, and then I feel like I only used that factory card like maybe twice, so it wasn't even worth it.
Yeah, that's it.
I should have just used a different action.
There's a couple of factory cards that are like, oh my god, that's really good.
Mhm.
But most of them are like, I should just do this other action instead.
Yeah.
As Rusviet, I could just keep redoing the top actions. Some of them are really good when you can do them every turn. But yeah, Phil got waterlocked a little bit because Phil had Nordic.
Yeah, and I made the mistake going and trying to get more people first rather than I could have stayed on the island, done more trading, and then expanded out and got a water walker. And
Phil probably should have been the Polish faction.
Yeah, that's the one I did the first game we played.
I've never been Rusviet. I would like to try Rusviet.
I just, from playing online, I really did not like Saxony. I just don't like their starting stuff. I don't like their...
What is the starting stuff for Saxony?
I think they get like a village, wood, and oil.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. I mean, they can move into other stuff. It's just, I like getting recruits fast, and they, I feel like, have the hardest time getting recruits, and their bonus ability is combat focused.
Okay.
And I try to avoid getting into combat because it's so much resources to win in combat consistently.
Okay.
I just don't like the Saxony. The rest of them are fine. I don't like that.
All right. So, what was everyone's favorite game of the weekend? Mitch?
Forgotten Waters.
Dave?
Yeah, probably Forgotten Waters.
Forgotten Waters.
Forgotten Waters.
It's unanimous.
Unanimous. Forgotten Waters was the best game we played this weekend.
I mean,
Forgotten Waters, Corn Con King.
What was the best food we ate at the Corn Festival? Mitch?
bacon wrap pierogies.
Dave?
Gator.
The gator kebab. No, the gator kebab was very overpriced.
Which instant? We live in Ohio. There's no gators.
Yeah, I just wanted to try gator because I've never had the opportunity to eat gator before. I was like, yeah, let's try it. It wasn't that good. Honestly, that burger just really hit the spot. We are in walking distance of this place. So we're at Mitch Morgan's house.
Right at the end of our street.
We like to consume beverages while playing board games. And then we walked up to this place, got food, and just that plain burger with no condiment. I don't know why, but just like with the groggy stupor that I was in, that hamburger just really hit the spot.
It did.
Yeah.
It did some great.
Phil, what was your favorite? I'm trying to. There we go.
Bacon wrap pierogi was pretty awesome. That, and I really like the spicy chicken and rice too.
Oh, the bourbon chicken and
Well,
Cajun
yeah,
rice.
I got the
Spicy chicken
spicy
from
chicken.
there.
Spicy?
Did you leave that in the fridge? Is that still
Oh
in
yeah,
there?
that is still there.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
guys can have.
I'm gonna eat it.
Spicy
pretty
bourbon
good.
chicken and Cajun rice. That was really
It's
good.
really good. But I think bacon wrap pierogies were the best.
Yeah, mine's a tie. I really like the bacon wrap pierogies because it came with like a spicy ranch, which you don't even think would go good together, like pierogies and like ranch dressing. It was really good. And then that bourbon chicken with Cajun rice was really good too.
In my experience, pierogies are just sauce delivery systems. All right, I don't eat pierogies because pierogies are good. I eat pierogies because the stuff you put on the pierogi, all the sauces, that's the good stuff. The pierogi's just a delivery
So
system.
you just put like sour cream on it mostly?
No, you put like hot sauce and stuff.
I've never put hot sauce on
I've
a
never
You're
put
pierogi.
missing
hot
out.
sauce on pierogies.
It's like the spicy ranch, like the spiciness on the pierogi was good. You were just talking about how you like the sauce on there, but you didn't expect it to be
the
good.
bacon on the pierogi
The bacon was really
is what makes it.
I'm gonna end this vlog so we don't get lost.
Thank
and
you.
Phil does miss his flight. Bye.
All right, so welcome back. Hopefully you were able to, get a little bit of an idea of what our weekend was like. We just wanted to pull out the games a little bit and talk a little bit more about them, just in case, the audio was bad in, some of the clips that we got, because
Right,
we were
yeah.
just recording with a cell phone, no additional equipment.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything stitches together nice. But the first game that we played
Yes.
was
First game that we played was by Plaid Hat Games.
Plaid Hat Games, Forgotten Waters.
Waters.
It's such a great game.
It's so good. We only played through the first scenario, but there's, how many are there?
I believe there's 5 total scenarios,
Yeah.
and then there's a DLC scenario, which I think is an extra fee for you to purchase, because there was one that was locked.
You buy it separate.
Yeah, which, the fact that a board game can have DLC, I'm not a huge fan of, but I understand it. Like the fact that the whole thing is voice acted.
Once you play, the game is very replayable because you can choose different pirates, and which each specific pirate you choose has different skill sets and different objectives that they need to complete in order to unlock their story. So, you can play through the whole thing with a different pirate.
Right.
And, the islands that you get are going to be completely different. So that's going to unlock new pages in the storybook. Because, we didn't even go through the whole thing with just the scenario that we went through. So it is super replayable.
Yeah. So all these games, if you didn't figure it out, we played with 4 players. Our friend Phil and our friend Dave. Phil's from out of town. Still playing this at 4 players, the pacing was nice. There was never a duplicate encounter. There's so many encounters and story prompts using the mobile app or the website companion app is the word I was looking for. You'll never be able to memorize the game, unless you play the same scenario over and over and over again.
So it's kind of like if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons or other RPGs. It's like a storybook game.
It's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah, where the board game simulates your dungeon master or choose this action, and then you type the page number in the app, and then it reads you a paragraph of text. And actually, the companion app is voice acted, which is awesome. It plays background music, and there's different voice actors for the different characters, and it really immerses you into the story.
Is there a different voice? I think there's Chris Sabat. That's who it sounds like. The guy who voices Piccolo and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, there's different NPCs that we interacted with.
There was a couple, but then there was also him doing other voices for characters.
Well, that's what I mean. There's not just one person reading the text. Each character has a different voice.
And that dude's a really good voice actor.
Yeah, so it really immerses you into the story.
It pulls you in. And like you said in the car when we were dropping Phil off, this set the tone for the weekend.
Yeah.
Because having that background noise of the storm when you sailed into one, or if you were on a tropical island, hear birds and everything like that, it just immersed you even more hearing those sounds.
Yeah, so where a few times we were using a Bluetooth speaker, and a few times the battery had run out, and the music abruptly stopped, and we were like, oh, we just immediately got yanked out of the story, and we're like, it's so quiet.
Yeah, everyone looked at each other in those moments what's going on?
We weren't actively listening, I think, to the background music, but as soon as it stopped, it was so noticeable that
we're just
not
sitting around
pirates.
the table. And the story of this was so good.
It was really
I
good,
can't wait to play it again. But we,
This does play up to 7.
oh, that's right.
So I'm not sure how it would be up to 7. Because basically, as whoever has the most, what was the thing? Prestige?
Infamy.
Infamy. Yeah,
Yeah.
with a pirate, the most infamy gets to choose their action first, and then it goes in order of infamy. So if you're the least, infamous pirate, you kind of get stuck with the last action, which may not be the action you want to take. It may not help you out with your skills or your story, but you are forced to take that action. So I don't know if I would like playing it with 7.
I liked playing it with 4
4
because
is a good mix.
4 also gives you an automatic ability on one of those actions to where it's like feed your crew or hungry pirates.
Oh, yeah.
To where the lowest player is also taking that action and an action of their choice. So it kind of eliminates...
It kind of balances it a little bit.
Forcing someone having to take that action.
Forcing 2 people, because a lot of the times where you have the hungry crew, you also have
like
another,
a set sail or something
Yeah,
like that,
you
or
also
something that someone has to do.
to where it's only 1 mandatory action instead of 2.
Right. To where I thought this played very well at 4.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to try it at maybe 5 or 6. I don't know if I would like it for 7, because there's only 7 actions on a page, right? And sometimes the actions can be locked if you don't have like the right story information in order to unlock that page.
Well, that's the thing you don't know. Like a couple of times, what is the Seeds of Tao?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like we never used that in a story prompt. So it's like
No, but you start the game with that. So it's like if we would have, drawn a different island, like I don't know where that would take us, but like I really want to play it more and uncover like all there is to uncover about this game. Like the story was really good. And
can't say enough good things about this.
if you're not familiar with Plaid Hat games, they do a lot of these like immersive scenario games. They do Mice and Mystics. They do Familiar Tales.
Now, Mice and Mystics didn't quite land with us.
Mice and Mystics, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe was one of their first ones to where it doesn't have a companion app. Like Familiar Tales, they just came out with that has a fully voiced companion app, and I think...
I really liked Familiar Tales when we played that too.
Yeah, it just... I feel like that just adds that like level of immersion to these types of games that you really need. Yeah, for us, Mice and Mystics was fun, but we thought it was a little too challenging. Because if you failed the scenario, you had to restart. And that was kind of frustrating. I think because we played it at 2.
Probably, yeah, maybe that doesn't play best at 2. Familiar Tales, I feel like doesn't matter what you play it as because you just control 4 characters regardless.
I think you did that in Mice and Mystics as well, though.
Oh, I think you did. Maybe we just weren't well seasoned in that style of gameplay.
Yeah. I think because it didn't have an app, though, it didn't make it as... I don't know.
But Plaid Hat Games, they're in Ashland, Ohio, so they're a local publisher.
Yeah, they're only like an hour-ish away from us. So, yeah, they're an Ohio publisher. So
that's really cool. It's good to see, like, local... Everyone always talks about, like, yeah, they're, like, a Canadian publisher, or, like...
yeah, but it's kind of cool that they're really close to us. Northeast Ohio publisher. So... but yeah, that is Forgotten Waters. I feel like we've talked about this game for a very long time now.
Well, it was the best game over the weekend.
It was. Yeah. So. As you saw, we all unanimously voted for Forgotten Waters. We can't wait to dive back into this game.
Oh my God. Really?
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, sure.
But anyways, we can't wait to dive back into this game because it is just, piratey fun.
Yeah, it was fantastic. All right, on to the next game.
Okay, the next game we played was Radlands.
Yeah, we've talked about this one before on the channel.
Games. Yes, we have talked about this in our...
this was a top 10.
In our 2-player game video, so go check that out.
Yeah, was it 2-player?
Yeah, this is a 2-player only game.
Yeah, top 10 games for 2 players. That's what it was, yeah.
So we won't say too much about this. You can go check out that other video. But basically, we played this Saturday morning while everyone was getting ready. Our friend Dave lives close, so he just went home to grab some things. You went to go pick up donuts, so Phil and I were just looking for a 2-player game while we were waiting on everybody. So we played Radlands, and then Mitch got back home with the donuts, and then he took over for me while I went to go get ready. And Mitch lost. So I'm not counting that as a lose.
You set
for
me up for failure. And I almost came back, so I feel like I did a good job. But if you don't know anything about this game, it's just a post-apocalyptic lane dueling game. Think Mad Max, and two people are controlling,
Just trying to blow up each other's bases.
Yeah, we'll try to make these other ones quick.
Playing punks and
playing
spending water.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you're doing. Spending water, playing punks, trying to blow up your opponent's stuff.
Base.
Yeah, base.
Yeah.
All right.
Radlands.
Radlands. On to the next one.
Okay. The next game we played is a big boy.
You're gonna have to pull that back a little bit. There we go.
Nemesis Lockdown by Awaken Realms. And we played this game Saturday. We started this at what? Noon? 12:30?
Noonish.
Yeah, we finished
we had
around
it
like
set
5
up.
or
We had it set
5:30?
up at 12:30, and then we started learning it because we had to relearn because we all kind of forgot how Nemesis played.
No, we knew how Nemesis played.
Roughly.
We were just a little confused on like the changes that this one made.
Right.
Like mostly we were confused on how power worked, how you open that outdoor door.
I'm still confused, like how else you can open the main gate.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it did take us a long time to kind of figure this one out because the rule book, terrible rule book.
It was like things are clearly written out, but it's not organized well. To where it's like you go to one thing and it tells you to go to this page. You go to that page and it's like, oh, go to this page. To where it's like you'll flip back and forth between pages looking for clarification on one thing.
Yeah, there was a lot of times where we were like, well, like, do we take damage from this, or like, am I supposed to do this, or do they get to attack me? To where we had to just clarify a rule, and it took so long to find where that specific rule was covered in the rule book because like Mitch said, it jumped back and forth a lot, and I feel like that wasted a lot of time, and also yanked us out of the game because we were constantly having to check the rule book and clarify things.
Yeah.
Just the new things that were added for this version.
But a little bit about the theme of Nemesis Lockdown. You are locked on a space base that is on Mars with these Night Stalker intruders. They're not aliens.
No.
But, yeah, they're intruders, or Night Stalker intruders. Some people are the faculty that have worked there. Other people are from the previous game that have traveled through the spaceship and made it to Mars. You're pretty much just trying to survive and complete a small goal of either making sure another player dies or, getting some sort of alien egg or sending a signal.
You're trying to complete your personal goal or a corporate goal.
Right.
Halfway through the game, you are forced to pick one, and then that's your goal for the end of the game on how you win.
Yeah, the minis are excellent. Everything in the Awaken Realms always produces very nice quality. Components and games. I feel like we kind of just need to play it a little bit more so that way we have better clarification and the game plays quicker.
This version, because I feel like the first Nemesis we got down, we've played that a bunch, but this one just added some things where we were like, it just kind of threw in a wrench because we were like, we've played the first Nemesis, this will be fine, and then we were like, wait, how does the power work?
Well,
wait, I can't use the computer if the power's off in this room?
Then halfway through
sense.
we stopped for a half hour, almost 45 minutes because your mom and brother came over.
Yeah.
So it's we were just chatting and then kind of when we came back to it, broke up.
That's true. But one thing that is really cool about Nemesis Lockdown, if you have the original game, like Mitch was saying, this game fully allows you to use the characters from the first Nemesis into this game. It's actually built in. They start at a different section of the board if you play with the original characters, and they get
3 knowledge, I believe. That's right, because you've encountered the aliens before.
Right, yeah, they get more knowledge because they know...
intruders.
Intruders, they know what the intruders are, so yeah, they start with more experience. But it's kind of cool that that's built into the new characters, into the story.
I'm glad that they thought about it, that it's a standalone game that only gets better if you have the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just move on to the other one. I feel like we've said enough. Nemesis Lockdown.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. That's a heavy game.
The next game that we played is Moonrakers, published by Ivy Studios. And Moonrakers is a space deck building negotiation game.
Yeah. We've talked about this one before on the channel.
We have, yeah.
I think I did a board games and blankets quick review of it, maybe.
Yeah, we have a quick review of Moonrakers.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's really cool because the base game just retail edition Moonrakers comes with metal coins,
Mm-hmm.
which, what game does that? Typically, metal coins are premium or you
They're
gotta
an
buy them
add-on.
separately. But it's really cool that they just straight up give you metal coins in the base game. But yeah, we really like this game. One of our early entry games was Munchkin. And it was kind of cool because the friends that we had this weekend, Phil and Dave, we would play Munchkins with them. We all kind of got into the board game hobby similar. So we really wanted...
I was burping. I got to cut that. Hang on. That's why I put my hand on you.
I thought you wanted to talk, but I wasn't finished, so
Yeah,
I just
no,
kept going.
I had to burp, and I was like dying inside holding it.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah. All right. So.
Okay, so Moonrakers is a negotiation deck building game, which is really cool because one of the early games that we played was Munchkins. And that was one of the games that kind of got us more into the board gaming hobby. We bought all the expansions and everything like that.
And we would always play it in Phil's basement.
Yeah, we would always play with our friend's Phil's basement before he moved.
Yeah, so it was nice revisiting that with him and like having a game with very similar mechanics, just like a little bit more adult.
Yeah, a little bit more heavier version of Munchkin. And we really like the deck building element because he likes deck building games too. So, yeah, it was really fun to play it with Dave and Phil together, like that group alone too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that is Moonrakers by Ivy Studios.
They're not local, are they?
No, I don't think so. I mean, they might be. I don't know. I don't know that one off the top of my head. Well, the next game we have is Reload by Colossal Games. Mitch is shaking his head because whoever put this game away put the
that's gonna bother me.
Cover on backwards. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So Reload is a skirmish game. Right?
Yeah.
It's a skirmish game.
I mean, I know more about the game. I've played it a lot. Me and Dave played it quite a bit when you went out of town the one weekend.
It's like Hunger Games meets Fortnite.
Yeah, almost. That's a very good way to describe it because people are genetically enhanced super soldiers that are going through like a training program, but with corporate America, this training program has been turned into a TV show. So you're dropping in on like a big zone on the map that seriously makes you feel like a Fortnite parachuting in. And then
you literally parachute in.
Yeah, you parachute in. Your character can.
For the current.
Yeah, the wind. Yeah. So it's like when you drop down, you are starting right away to loot supplies like in Fortnite and like equip yourself. You can get sponsored drops if you do certain items to like increase your. Where was I going with this?
Increase your fame?
Increase your fame. Yeah, you can get the supply drops to increase your fame.
And that's how you win, is whoever has the most fame and crosses that bar.
Because rather than a point total, you have like a fame tracker, which is just like how well the audience likes your character in the show. So you're just trying to fill that out with little tokens that slide in. And it's got a very unique dice rolling thing. It's almost like Risk, how you match up dice. For battling, but then it's got all these modifiers that change it to where it can make it a little bit confusing and hard to learn at midnight, which is what we were doing.
On teams because Mitch and Dave had played this game before, and Phil and I hadn't. So Dave and I were on a team, Mitch and Phil were on a team, and the anti-Mitch Alliance won.
Well, we also played with very short trackers because it was late at night. Like it was almost midnight when we pulled this out.
We tried to squeeze this one in. So. This was one of the lighter games. I think Radlands was probably the lightest, and then this was the next lightest game that we played, to where this one took significantly less time than the other games on our game docket. Yeah,
I know. I thought we would play more faster games, but it's like we wanted to play such heavy games with Phil in town.
Yeah, we had 72 hours, and we did not play really any fillers. We just kind of crammed those heavy games
so down. Burnt out.
They left and we were like, man, I just need like a mental break. We didn't play any filler games. And that's what you need if you're playing a lot of heavy games. We just played heavy. I
don't think we played this game with music.
Oh, we didn't.
I think
because it was really late.
Maybe that's one of the reasons that like took us out, because we had music for the other ones that we've talked about, but we didn't have music for this one.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Should have put on like the Hunger Games soundtrack.
Yeah, oh man, that would have been great.
It'd have been cool, like
Or
hearing
like
like
Fortnite music. Do they have a soundtrack?
I'm sure they do.
I've only watched my brother play Fortnite.
But yeah, it would have been pretty cool to hear the cannons going off when people would be reloaded, because you don't die in this game. It's not player elimination.
Yeah, you just respawn.
Yeah, you respawn or
No
reload. Yeah. So that was reload.
All right, and the last game that we played,
And this is the one that
voted on by our community.
right. This one won the
God,
poll,
it's so heavy.
and we actually asked. We were gonna play this one after we played. I believe it was Nemesis Lockdown, but it was pretty late when we finished Nemesis Lockdown.
Yeah, to where we didn't think we could squeeze in
Mm-hmm.
a game of Scythe. So we were like, all right, well, let's play Moonrakers because we definitely want to play that one with Phil.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll set up Scythe tonight and we'll play it in the morning. And we were able to squeeze it in. So yeah.
Yeah, we were able to. So I mean, and it was perfect. As soon as we finished, we was able to pack his bag, and then we took him to the airport. So it was if you don't know anything about Scythe, it's like a Cold War or an alternative timeline Cold War game where you're just vying for control over the land to get resources. Is it a 4X game? Because you're exploring those tokens. You're exploiting the land's resources. You're exterminating your players, and I always forget the fourth one.
Explore, exterminate. Expand?
Expanding, yeah, because you're building stuff, so I guess it may be considered a 4X game.
Yeah. It's right here. Scythe is a competitive 4X game set in an alternate history 1920s. It is a 4X game.
They worded it way better than I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I was trying to think of the mechanics. I'm like, resource management? Area
Yeah,
control?
look, yeah, no, it's got,
And then
yeah.
you're like, you started listing the X, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I always forget what the X's are.
Exploit, expand, exterminate, explore.
Explore, expand, explore.
Expand, exploit.
Who knows? You know, I'm sure. A lot of people in the comments have told us several times.
Explore, expand, exterminate, exploit.
Sure.
Explore, expand, exterminate, exploit.
I
That's it.
Yeah, you're
That's the
counting behind the box.
I always do that. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, Scythe, fantastic game. That was the game that...
It's not like Risk.
Yeah, this is a game you did not think you would enjoy.
Yeah.
And then after... Oh, that's right, because first time we played it, you're like, I like this game. We started with the metal components because you got them for, I think it was my birthday.
I got them for your birthday because I knew it was a game that you would like.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that I would probably like it. I was just a little hesitant because I'm not a fan of like
the board
combat in games.
The board really makes it look like Risk. Like the color tones or palette of it.
Even our friend Phil, like, was apprehensive. He's like, I don't know, I don't really like Risk. And I was like, it's not like Risk.
Yeah.
So.
But it's after we played the first time. What's the expansion that you bought that you played with?
Invaders from Afar.
So you played with the purple. And I'm really bad on the names.
I can't remember the faction that it was, but it was the one that you was the purple one, and you got to put down traps. And I liked that because it kind of discouraged people from going onto that tile. Because as soon as you go on the tile, it triggers the trap, and it's like a random. Like there's one of 4 things can happen. You can either like lose popularity, you could lose money, you can lose combat points, or you can lose cards or something. But you don't know what trap that's going to be until you trigger it.
Those aren't gunshots, if you can hear them in the background. Our neighbor shoots off fireworks any reason he can get. 4th of July, Columbus Day,
we'll just wait
Flag Day,
stop.
Earth Day, Corn Festival. I think that was his finale. That was the most he's fired in a row in a while.
Yeah. But anyway, we really like Scythe. We did purchase the Fenris campaign, so we are excited to try that. Yeah, so I've heard it's really good, so we had to buy it. Everyone was like, you need to get Rise of Fenris. So we bought that. So yeah, I think it's an 8-session campaign. So I think me, you, and Dave could probably get that done.
I think I'm going to buy it. It's on Steam, right? I think I might buy the digital version so that way I can get more games in with Dave.
That's a good idea. I should do that just so we can get practice and we can maybe like play the actual
Right, because
board
then
game
like
faster.
once we like get more familiar with it, because Dave was just snapping through turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like had it all planned out. It took me a minute to like figure out what everything did again. But then it was only like one turn and I was like, oh, okay, I remember.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Every
simple.
time you play with a new board, you're like, oh, that's in a different spot. It
Right.
throws you off.
Right.
But
that was Scythe, and the last game, and the game that the community voted on.
Scythe.
We didn't play it immediately after Nemesis Lockdown, just due to the time constraints we thought it would take.
But we did play it this morning.
But we played it and made sure we got that one in. I mean, it was a game we were probably going to play regardless. So yeah.
But yeah, that is Scythe. Oh, and that's by Stonemeyer Games. So that's a wrap on our CornCon weekend. Let us know if you enjoyed the vlog style video. We would like to try to do more of those, but I'm not quite sure how it turned out.
I always enjoy watching those, but it's just,
too.
I feel a little awkward filming those. Like, the first couple, like, that we filmed, it was a little awkward, and then like, I think after that, like, we all got just a little more comfortable,
Yeah,
you
well, I
know,
think what
pulling
we
it
might have
out.
to do is, like, Mitch's phone takes really good video. Mine doesn't. So I think when I upgrade my phone, then we can both kind of do the vlog style. And maybe that'll help because we can get, like, different angles and different perspectives and stuff. But, yeah, let us know in the comments down below if you enjoyed the vlog style video, if you want to see us do more. If you didn't like it, that's fine, too. Let us know either way.
Right, let us know either way, because if no one likes it, then we won't do that kind of style.
Right.
So.
But yeah, that was all we had for you. Was there CornCon?
If you liked what you saw, make sure you click that like button down below. Give it that thumbs up. Click a bell so you can get notified of all our videos, which we release every Sunday. But my name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye.
Bye. We'll say welcome back. Hopefully that worked out. Hopefully it wasn't garbage. We doll ourselves up a bit to look good on camera.
Somewhat presentable.
Yeah, because I mean, we would kind of just look like if we
I didn't even have
it.
makeup on that whole video.
You looked good though. I
Yeah?
like the way you look.
When I made bacon wrap pierogies, I did, what is it, garlic powder and brown sugar, which was like an odd combination.
It was.
Dude, slow down so I can...
People can't drive in Ohio.
Road rage.
People can't drive anywhere. Everywhere you go.
I missed the airport because I wasn't paying attention.
He's gonna be late for his flight.
Okay, well, I gotta turn around. So, there's nothing I can do right now.
We were just chatting and Mitch is driving to work over here.
Yeah, no, I was on autopilot.
Past the airport exit.